Hello YouTube, just come back from a job where I needed to do a voiceover recording and also needed to have the person asking the questions, the director on the shoot, was remote, so they were coming in through a phone call. I just thought I'd show the world how I had that wired up. Might be useful to somebody if they're having a look out for it. I did it on this sound device's 833, but I guess it would be pretty easy to translate anything to most other mixers. Obviously very simple with other sound devices mixers that work in a very similar way. So anyways, jump straight into it. I wanted to have a FaceTime audio call coming in from my iPhone that I then wanted to route through the mixer. So I wanted the person in the room to be able to listen to that call and basically just have a call with them and answer the questions, but their audio be recorded cleanly through a decent mic. I used a Sennheiser MKH50 for that. So I had the iPhone Lightning to 3.5mm adapter. That then went into this splitter cable that gave me the microphone signal path and the headphone signal path from the Lightning. From there, I then took the microphone portion of it, i.e. what the iPhone is being sent, and sent that out of the side of my mixer using X3 and 4 output buses. So that is where I'm sending the audio from what would be my boom mic input signal from this. Then the headphones portion of the lightning cable, i.e. what's coming out of the iPhone, I then just channeled that and routed it into line 1. So I had that set up that on my mixer, channel 5, that was the phone feed that I could discreetly record, would then be sent to a bus. That bus on here, I'm then sending bus 1 to my X1 output, and my X1 output is then getting routed to a wireless transmitter. I'm just using a Sennheiser G series that I use for IFBs and IEMs. That then gets sent to the person, so they could wear headphones, and they did, with an IEM receiver, and they were able to listen without having to have any contact. So I could sterilize all of that and put it in a bag, and they could then take it out. I also, just for backup, had them wear a lav microphone, which I was recording discreetly as well. And really the boom input signal, I just called it boom, but yeah, the voiceover mic signal, that was what was being transmitted back to the telephone, and so then the director at the other end could listen to that. And obviously, yeah, as I say, that's coming out of X1. Just to show you the setup on that, if I jump into outputs and look at my X1 output, that's being sent from bus 1, and then 5, which is the 6, which is the boom, that's being sent to bus 1. And yeah, that's basically how that worked. What it meant was, on my track count then, I have a left and right, which was essentially the same thing. The lav, I didn't have panned into the left and right. I took that out of the mix because I was just using the boom. The boom was being sent to the left channel, and I had an ISO of it as well. And then the phone feed was being sent to the right channel, and had an ISO of that as well. It just meant that in the edit they could listen to the questions coming in from the phone feed when they are listening through for the answers in the boom. It's just better for reference. Normally they would be in the room and you would hear them actually ask the questions, but obviously here it's remote, so it's handy to have it on a recording, and well worth doing FaceTime audio or doing WhatsApp audio, because you get a much better data connection. The quality is just way better than a regular telephone call, much wider bandwidth on it. So yeah, that's how that works. Obviously the same principle could be applied really with anything from this. If it was a laptop and you have a headphones and a microphone output with a laptop, that would work fine. And if you need to do the same thing through a Zoom call or a Skype call or whatever, it would work just the same. If you have Android, you don't really have this problem. Just unplug that, because they didn't get rid of the tip ring sleeve connector, so that would just go straight in. And I'll pop a link in the description for where this cable, I got this cable from. I actually used this about 5-6 years ago for another job. and I've used it since a few times, but it's handy for recording phone conversations as well, and well worth having it. So there you go. Let me know if you found this useful in the comments, and yeah, hope this is good for you. Cheers then. Bye.